You're listening to Athletic Trainer Finder in the Seat, the reverse interview show where we put employers in the seat. Each episode gives organizations a chance to speak directly to the athletic training profession and explain who they are, what they offer, and why athletic trainers should want to work for them. This is Athletic Trainer Finder in the Seat.
Welcome, everybody. We've got another edition here. Today in the seat, we have Danielle York from York Orthopedic Recovery in Modesto, California. Welcome, Danielle.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here today.
So for those who are not familiar with what you're doing over at York Orthopedic Recovery, what is it that you do and who do you serve?
Yes. So we built sports medicine space that focuses on orthopedic recovery and athletic performance. That's the root of who we are. We fully believe that it shouldn't be a privilege to functionally and dynamically move well. And I was really seeing a gap in healthcare, and I was wanting to create a space that bridged that gap from reactive healthcare to proactive performance. And I decided to just start up seeing people. I asked a lot of questions from a lot of individuals, and there's no athletic trainers in the high schools out here. So jobs for athletic trainers is very scarce. So when I moved out here, I transitioned into corporate wellness and then wanted to get out of corporate wellness for a few reasons. And it just organically started inside of a gym that I locally go to. So it just became, how do we help the people in our community feel their best? And we serve a wide range of people, from student athletes to general active populations to tactical athletes and corporate wellness patients as well. We are also in the process of finalizing a contract with a local sports complex. They opened up 2 years ago, and so we're looking to provide sideline care as well as like recovery care on site in an athletic arena. So we're excited about expanding into that venue. But we have a variety of services, from like athletic care to strength conditioning to injury prevention classes and recovery classes, massage therapy. We do high-tech modality services to help with what we call biohacking the body. And that ranges from whole body cryo chamber to infrared to Normatec compression, brain tap, and we're hoping to bring on a few more here in the future. But how we hold our people from a concierge basis, which is what like athletic trainers do best, in my opinion. We build relationships and we build something that is proprietary to each individual. So how do we do that in a global realm? That's what we do here. And we really are that relationship concierge style of care that just bridges what people aren't getting in the current system right now. So we currently have a team of 10 individuals, and we're hoping to add one more. That we are small enough that whoever we bring on will be able to feel like they're making a difference, both inside of the business, but also inside of our community. And I think that like that's what athletic trainers love the most, is how do we make an impression on our community and in our individuals. And so you get to work alongside athletic trainers and CMTs, CSCSs, and CPTs. So you're not just working alongside yourself. We have a unique environment that really mimics and mirrors kind of like that traditional setting that you get, especially at that higher level of care. But we're doing it here with everyday individual people, and we're doing it with athletes who are trying to get to the next level. So we have quite a bit of student athletes that either currently we've helped them when they're a junior and senior in high school, and now they're competing in Division I or D2, and some of them are doing junior college. And so we're seeing a varied amount of individuals, and that's been really cool to see over the years, because when I started, I was seeing mostly active general adults like trying to feel their best, and now it's just grown into, we see a wide range of people, anywhere from 10 years old to 69, 70 years old. So it's really cool.
That sounds like a lot of opportunity to make what you want. What would a typical day look like for an athletic trainer working for you at York?
Awesome. Yeah, great question. You get to focus on evaluations and assessments and treatments. That's really what the baseline we're looking for in an athletic trainer, and somebody who can really buy into the vision. You will heavily focus on one-on-one patient care. So instead of treating 20 athletes at one time, you get that individual person, which is super fun for those who really want to get down to like the root cause of someone's pain or injury and really help them functionally dynamically move. So you'll see them one on a concierge basis. You'll also hopefully are leading some injury prevention classes for us. We try to provide an opportunity for young individuals to be able to get access to advanced rehab, and so we do that in a group setting here. And so we're looking for an individual who not only loves one-on-one patient care, but can actually lead a small group, anywhere from 5 to 15 individuals. We help and mold and coach you through it and mentor you through it so that you can feel confident going through that. I know that piece is like different for athletic trainers. We're also looking for the individual, like the other part of the job is to help with our corporate wellness sites. So we go off-site, each one of us, and we provide care at either the sheriff office, the police department. We also take care of our local district attorney's office and public defender's office. So you get to see anyone from like public defender or like attorneys, desk jockeys to tactical athletes. And it's a really neat environment that everybody really just is really appreciative, because that's an area that like people don't get a lot of care, but their body hurts a whole lot. So part of your week will be going off site, part of your week will be in house, and you'll get a fun mixture of it all. You get to collaborate with team members. We have monthly meetings that we meet as a team. We also do in-house continuing education training as well as out-of-house continuing education. So you'll get an array. On my schedule sometimes is a youth athlete in the morning. In the evening, I might have an adult, or even vice versa. For instance, this week I had a day that was very shoulder upper body intensive, and then yesterday happened to be a lower body intensive day. Not how it was planned, it's just how it organically happened. And it was pretty cool that I got to really see so many different styles of injuries and different treatment plans. Some of them were acute injuries, some of them were chronic. And so it's just fun to be able to curate and have conversations. So it's very similar to the athletic training room, where you get to walk and get to know your people. We've been in business for 8 years now, and some of my patients have started with me 8 years ago. So I really get to live life with them and help coach them through their life and their injuries. And it's really neat.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. So, in a traditional setting, we kind of know what the progression is in terms of growth. So, in your setting, it sounds like things are a little bit different. You're in an individual business. And one of the selling points, from my perspective, seems to be the chance to get into a growing business early. What kind of opportunities could open up for a person who steps into this role?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like to say opportunities are endless, but I know for some people that's scary. Like, what does that mean exactly? It means that if you come to the table with a vision and an idea, I want to help you own that if it aligns with our mission. Our mission is to help bridge the gap from reactive healthcare to proactive performance, and to help people functionally and dynamically move well and feel their best. So if that aligns with that vision and that mission, then I want to help you get there. We're going to sit together. I'm going to mentor and brainstorm with you. We're going to utilize others, teammates and staff members, to make the vision happen. For example, I know in conversation with a lot of other athletic trainers, I've been hearing that, like, okay, well, what kind of sporting events and engagement do we have? So I took that information and I'm building a relationship with the local sports complex here in town so that we can create more opportunity for athletic trainers to feel more fulfilled working alongside sporting events. Not because I never wanted to do it. It just is really hard to hold everything up for one individual. So now that we're having a larger team, other teammates in play, I'm looking at how do we create this opportunity to happen for you underneath the umbrella of York, so that your dreams can feel like you have more fulfillment in your workplace. If you're someone who is more leadership guided and minded, we're going to have leadership positions here coming soon, where we have a clear broadband for how you can grow, not only financially, but also how do you grow into a leadership position? Or, hey, let's say you have an interest in social media. There's opportunity for our social media team for you to jump in on that and be a part of that. And it doesn't have to necessarily be your main role. You could be an accessory in that and helping us out. And right now, everyone on our team helps with social media. Um, Other areas, we will most likely be looking and hiring for a sales and marketing person. So if you're somebody who enjoys talking and engaging and selling and love the compensation pattern from a sales and marketing position, and that sounds lucrative to you, we can maybe create that in-house. And that's what I mean by opportunities can be endless here. If you're someone who's like, this is really cool, I would really love to own a space like this, we would love to expand. It's part of our um, mission is to be able to have more flagship sites. And so how do we expand? By helping mentor and help other athletic trainers be able to see how they could do this, but us be your security blanket, because it is scary. It has been scary for me. Every day is a different item. But what I can say is that you're worth it. Our profession is worth it. And I specifically have seen so many individuals in my community directly that have started businesses similar to mine and similar to our profession that have no standing credentials. And that's another thing that has pushed me forward and made me work so hard, because I want to create a safe space for athletes and for our community so that we're trusted. And we definitely get that. We have a lot of physician referrals. Some physicians I haven't even met. So it's been really amazing to just build that community. And so I want to speak life to those who maybe York isn't the right fit for you geographically or whatever, but it is possible for you. And that here we want to bring in an athletic trainer who has the vision and wants to be held and mentored through it, so that if your vision is to have a space, we'd love to link arms with you. Maybe York is the place for you and we can help you get there. So lots of great question. I was pretty long-winded with that one.
Sounds like a great opportunity for somebody who's got a little bit of an entrepreneurial spirit or has that go-getter mentality. I think one of the things that probably you're struggling with is the part-time to full-time, and how you explain that in a job description. Can you give us a little bit more on, like, it sounds like there's a ton of opportunities for this role to become a full-time. Just kind of explain how that's structured and what that path looks like a little bit.
Absolutely. Part-time to full-time is super scary. I just want to address that. I think that it can be, we're all needing a security blanket. And the economic system right now that we're all in is hitting us all hard. My business is a cash-based industry. We don't have insurance like athletic trainers. That's not there yet for us. And so how that works is that we're starting you off part-time because I don't want to promise you time and then we don't fulfill our end. And then in 3 months, I'm saying, hey, we don't have enough clientele to support your position. I now need to let you go. That just doesn't sit right for me. And so I want to be as clear and transparent because I fully believe that clearness is kindness. And so I want to be as kind to you as possible. And also letting you know that, like, what Kyle has been saying is that we are looking for a go-getter, somebody who wants to link arms with us, and what I like to say, go fishing for fishes. And so we have events that we put together. We want to plug you in those. So if you're an individual who consistently tells me, oh, I'm not available for this specific event, I'm not available to do this, this, and that, then this might not be a space for you, because in the beginning, as we're trying to build your caseload, it's going to look like a lot of different odds and end tasks because we are small. And all of us athletic trainers who currently are working understand that, like, when you go anywhere new, it takes a minute for the athletes to trust who you are. And so we want to hold your hand and walk you through that so our community can also trust who you are. And I and the rest of the staff can confidently refer patients to you because we know the style of practice that you do. So because it is a cash-based industry, people have to trust that their cash is getting utilized very well. And so they want to know that, like, hey, yes, York is a trusted brand in our community. We're currently booked out a month. So we're booking into August right now as a staff. But they want to know that the newest person on the team is going to hold them well, and the amount that they're paying any of our existing staff is going to feel the same value with a new person. And so I say that because clearness is kindness. And the entrepreneurial side of athletic training is different. It's also different for other professions that are doing cash-based versus insurance-based. And so we just have to hold people differently. And due to the economic system of the world right now, everybody is trying to figure out, how far can my dollar stretch? So we have to view it from that viewpoint. Starting you off at 22 hours per week is a great starting point. Our plan is to have you both like sit and mentor with us, but also have a caseload of yourself, as well as plug you into community events, corporate wellness, contracts. And then as that continues to grow, as you're learning and building your confidence within the business, your clientele will naturally build and grow. We have an administrative team that is looking to fill up your calendar as best as we possibly can, as fast as we possibly can. So things that you can do to help you progress into a full-time position is asking, hey, Danielle, what additional tasks do you need help with? How can I help you? And when do you need to get it done by? That shows me that initiative, that go-getter, that like, hey, yes, I can trust you with this because you can hold it and you want to. And that let me show you clearly what we need to get done and have you execute it. So if you're the person that doesn't mind asking to help more, we're looking for helpers for the greater mission, because the mission and the vision like has to happen. And so if you're somebody who is looking to help out, isn't afraid to ask questions, wants to get plugged into group fitness classes, wants to assist with acquiring new contracts, wants to help assist with acquiring new relationships with local high schools that we have been building, then this would be the place for you. We are definitely in a much better place than we have been years ago, and we'll continue to build that way. I'm definitely someone who I'm very ambitious. So if you can meet that level of energy, I'm not asking you to be like me if you're not like me. I'm just asking for somebody to link arms and to be willing to work, and just know that we still want to hold that work-life balance here. It's just that in order to make really cool new things happen, you have to work pretty hard. It's kind of like, to use the example like Jeff Bezos, not saying that I'm going to work and press people as hard as he did, but like when you create something really cool like Amazon, it takes a lot of effort. So if you want to be a part of something really cool, that's what we're doing here. We're doing something new, cool, and innovative, especially for a profession. Then you're going to want to be here and you're going to want to work hard, because that's what we're all trying to do to make the bigger picture happen.
I mean, it sounds like an amazing opportunity for somebody, like I said, with an entrepreneurial spirit, or somebody who's at a place in their career where they're like, I want to bet on myself and really better my practice, better my career. Being from Vermont, the stereotype is that California is completely unaffordable. Everybody, when they think about it, they think about the Bay Area and how the cost of living out there is so crazy. Can you speak a little bit towards Modesto and kind of what the cost of living is around there? Because I think that might help clear up some of that misconception.
Absolutely. I believe on average, most people, especially athletic trainers that do work in this area, are making anywhere from 60 to 70K annually. So you could live off of that here. Our starting rate is closer to like around the 80K mark. So it is very livable. Something that we have recently rolled out is incentivizing our bonus structures for our staff to help show them how you can earn monthly and quarterly bonuses by helping the business grow. And so there's different KPIs based on which position you're in. KPIs are a metric that we use to say, this is what you need to do in order to earn this raise. And so these are the metrics that you're going to do every month. I'm going to calculate what number that is. And I'm going to tell you clearly, this is the number you need to hit in order to earn this bonus structure. So that's what a KPI is. So we are incentivizing for that. I was asking some team members a couple months ago how much they pay for rent, and I believe someone's renting a house right now for about $1,200. Those are harder to come by, but I do know that most people's apartments are around $1,100 to $1,300 per month for a 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
It looks like Modesto is about 8% above the national average for cost of living. So when you compare that to the Bay Area, the cost of living in San Francisco is roughly 64% higher than the national average. So
Holy cow.
it's not apples to apples. And I think that a lot of people will look at California and say, like, it's completely unaffordable. I would never move there because I don't think I could afford to live there. But really, there are areas where it's not unaffordable to live. So I think you're definitely in one of those. What do people in your area typically like to do? Like, what are the hot button things that people do for fun?
Yeah, so Modesto is 3 hours from Tahoe, so South Lake Tahoe. It is also 3 hours from a really fun Southern California beach or Central California beach. We are about 2 hours from San Francisco. We are an hour and a half outside of Sacramento. A lot of people on my staff love to go to concerts. There's a lot of concerts in this area or an easy drive. My family and I, we like to go hiking and camping. There's a lot of really local spaces just an hour outside of town. We do have some walking paths here locally in town. There's a ton of local breweries, wineries. Modesto is the almond farming agricultural land of California. And so majority of almonds get grown here. Also, majority of grapes get grown an hour outside of Modesto. So there's wine tasting, there's brewery tasting. Modesto and Turlock, so our Stanislaus County area, is very much built off of small businesses. So if you like doing and pouring into your community, like doing shopping at local businesses, like doing farmers markets. I love doing the farmers market with my family on the weekend. I live in Turlock, which is a neighboring city, and we just walk up and down a mile strip of a farmers market, and it's really fun. You get to engage with people, and there's live music. Modesto, in the summertime, they do music in the park. So every Thursday night, they do that all summer long. They just had graffiti nights, which is a local parade where they bring out old cars and people drive around as a parade. And the whole weekend is based off of like graffiti style of cars. And then our local baseball team, it used to be called the Modesto Nuts. They just got bought out by Modesto Roadsters, and they named them Roadsters based off of like the graffiti. So from what I am aware of, that genre of car, era of car, like is very established and well known here. I believe there's a museum for them. I think they call it the Graffiti Museum. So there's a lot of different things you can plug yourself into. A lot of my staff love concerts, so that's what they love to do. Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you want to share that we haven't touched on yet?
Yes, I think just realizing there's risk in everything in life. And when you want to make a lively impact in the world, or what you're doing, or feel like what you're doing is impactful, you have to take a risk. And it's just like the phoenix rises in the fire. Those are the things that I hold on to. We want to really hold those who are willing to take that risk, and it be even a calculated risk. Majority of what I've done is a calculated risk and growing small and slowly, which is why we're trying to find somebody who can go part-time to full-time, just because that's where we need to build from. But also knowing that like the world is our oyster. So when we think and we live small, it can be really stifling. And when we really see that there's a lot of opportunity, and to create the world that, or the lifestyle that you want to, you have to dream big and have those conversations. And that's what I'm trying to create here, is filling a room full of conversations to allow you to have the lifestyle in the world that you would like, all while helping us build the business that can sustain that. And so I speak to the person who didn't think that this is possible, who might even still think that this sounds like a fairy tale style of business, that like just picking up the phone, sending me an email, asking me a question is better than just looking at this post and moving past it because it doesn't fit your everyday need right now. If you're willing to talk and have the conversation and chew on it and ask questions and maybe put a pause or a plug, you're, in my opinion, better off than just like shrugging past this. And I want to look for and talk to those athletic trainers who really just want to have a conversation. Maybe it's a conversation to say, this isn't right for me right now due to X, Y, and Z, but now I'm inspired and I want to do something for myself. I'm open to having that conversation with you. So I want to help the profession as much as I can, which is one of the stamps of like why I started York. And so I want to build just a community amongst everybody as much as I want to start, like have another athletic trainer on my team. So I want to leave everybody with this, is that like you're worth this, because that's what I had to work really hard on. And you're worth this style of business. You're also worth being an employee here in this business and growing within it and helping it grow. So if this sounds great to you or resonates with you, I would love to talk with you.
It sounds like you're building something that's really special, especially for the right type of athletic trainer and the people who would be aligned with you philosophically. It just is a matter of getting it in front of the right people and having those conversations to make sure that it's the right fit for them. So I really want to thank you for coming on today. How can people apply? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Great question. So you can either follow us on Instagram at York Orthopedic Recovery and then DM us. Look at our DMs every day. Or you can email me directly, Danielle at yorkorthopedicrecovery.com. Those are going to be the two best ways.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on. Hopefully we'll find somebody who wants to join this fantastic team and work towards building something really special. Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Athletic Trainer Finder in the Seat. This series is built to go beyond the job posting and give athletic trainers a clearer look at the people, expectations, support, compensation, and culture behind the role, and give employers a place to tell their story, explain what makes their organization different, and speak directly to the profession. To learn more, explore open roles, or connect with Athletic Trainer Finder, visit www.atcfinder.com. This has been Athletic Trainer Finder in the Seat.